I'm going to turn it on. All right. Okay. I don't know if it's our turn. It should be on mute. Let me show you how to sound. Oh, there you go. See,
We have Mr. Sykes.
Hi, good morning, Your Honor. Thank you, sir.
All right. Do you, Mr. Sykes, do you have Ms. Arsenault as well as Mr. Gauthier and Ms. Gunner with you?
They're all here, Your Honor.
Okay, could we try to get them all in the same picture so I could get them, swear them in?
Yes, sir.
I'll just put it right here. Y'all may have to lean in a little bit. I can see you and you. So if you can scoot down just a little bit so I can see you. Can you say
All right.
on?
All of you to raise your right hands, please. Do you and each of you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call should be the truth so help you God?
Yes.
Okay, go right ahead, Mr. Sykes.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your name is Ruthie Arsenault, ma'am,
Yes.
and you were the mother of Mr. Lee Carter Jr. Ira Lee Carter Jr., correct?
Yes.
And he has died in November of last year, is that right?
Yes.
Now, at the time he died, he was not married, is that right?
Yes.
And your son had never had any children at any time during his lifetime, is that correct?
Yes.
When he died, as far as you know, he did not have a will, is that correct?
Yes.
And you're filing an application asking the judge to issue an order declaring the heirship, designating you and Ira's dad as the sole heirs of his estate, is that right?
Yes.
And you're further asking that you be appointed as independent administrator of your son's estate, correct?
Yes.
You've never been convicted of a felony, and there's no reason why you would not be qualified to serve in that capacity, is there?
No, it's not.
No. Your Honor, we've passed the witness. One last thing, Your Honor, please. Ms. Arsenault, I'm going to show you this proof of death and other facts. Have you seen this document?
Yes.
Have you thoroughly read that document?
Yes.
Is everything in that document true and correct?
Yes.
All right. Your Honor, we have nothing further of this witness.
Any questions of this witness, Mr. Adams? I've read your report.
No questions.
Thank you, Mr. Adams. Go right ahead, Mr. Sykes.
Sir, your name is Miss Ruby Gunner,
Yes,
and you knew Mr. Ira Lee Carter Jr. during his lifetime, is that right?
yes.
About how long did you know Ira?
It was just through his mother
Okay. So did you know him for many, many years?
for the few years from the time that I was with his mom,
Okay. So you've known him since the 1990s, is that right?
approximately.
And did you know when he died that he was not married?
Yes,
And did you know that he had never had any children during his lifetime?
yes.
As far as you know, did he leave a will or not?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't.
You're
think
not
so.
aware of any
I-
will that he
no.
had? Okay. Your Honor, that's all we have of that witness.
Anything?
No questions.
Thank you, Mr. Adams. Go right ahead, Mr. Sykes.
Yes, sir. Sir, your name is Even Gauthier?
Yes.
or is it Goshen?
Goshen.
Goshen. Okay, Evan. Thank you, sir. How long did you know Howard before he died?
About 10, 11.
You think you knew him very well?
Yes,
Did you know when he died that he was not married?
yes,
And did you know that the fact that during his lifetime, he had never had any children?
yes.
And are you aware of any will that he left? Okay. Your Honor, that's all we would have of Mr. Goshen.
No questions.
If you want to have them sign their statements of witnesses and the proof of death and other facts, and let me know when those are notarized, please, Mr. Sykes.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Adams, if you don't have any other questions, you may be excused. I've signed your order. Thank you for your time.
Oh, thank you, Judge. Y'all have a good day.
You too.
Okay, Your Honor, each affidavit has been signed. Ms. Arsenault has signed her oath, and everything has been notarized by Ms. Hanks.
All right, Ms. Arsenault, I have signed the judgment declaring heirship and the order granting independent administration of your son's estate. What's going to happen is Mr. Sykes is going to e-file those documents that y'all have all signed and had notarized with the county clerk. When he does that, he'll be able to get letters of administration that will give you authority to act on behalf of the estate so that you can gather the assets and distribute them in accordance with the terms of the estate code, but he'll guide you through the process. If you just make sure that you cooperate with him in getting him a listing of the assets of your son's estate, because he has 90 days to file an inventory with the court, okay?
Yes.
All right, well, I hope everything goes well, and I'm so sorry for your loss, and thank y'all for coming in for her this morning.
Thank you.
Take care then.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. There it is. So through this.
Okay, I don't know how to- I don't know.
Good morning, Mr. Druitt.
Morning, Your Honor.
All right. Is that Mr. Wilson next to you?
That is Mr. Wilson.
Yes, sir.
I think Mr. Wilson, if I can get you to raise your right hand. You solemnly swear or affirm. You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this to be the truth, so help you God.
Yes. He said, do you swear to tell the truth? So help you God?
to tell the truth.
Okay, do you have another laptop up and running? We continue to have problems with the remote.
Nope, we don't. It's just us. That's why I moved in here. He's just hard of hearing, kind of like me.
Short of hearing.
We can hear you just fine.
Okay, Mr. Wilson, I'm gonna hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Linda Wilson. Do you recognize this will?
You recognize
You
that?
recognize it?
Yes, sir. Recognize it.
Is that her signature on this document?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's her signature.
And after the date she made this will on April 20, 2012, did you ever read it?
Yes, sir.
Did you ever change it?
No, sir. Never changed.
Okay, go right ahead, Mr. Druitt.
Thank you, Your Honor. All right. Your name is George R. Wilson, Jr.
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to show you a document that's entitled Proof of Death and Other Facts regarding Linda S. Wilson. And I'll ask you, have you read this document and is everything in it true and correct?
Yes, sir, I've read it.
Okay.
Good, correct.
And you're asking the judge to appoint you as independent executor of her estate.
Yes,
Is that
sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's all we have, Your Honor.
All righty. Do you have a notary present there?
We do, Your Honor.
Okay, let me know when it's proof of signed.
Just go ahead and sign this exactly as it appears. Okay, do you want him to sign the oath now, Your Honor?
He can.
Okay, she's notarizing the proof. Go ahead and sign that right there, exactly like it appears. There's your proof, Your Honor, signed and notarized.
All right, Mr. Wilson, I have signed the order admitting the will to probate, and Mr. Truitt will guide you through the process.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. We appreciate it.
Right one.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mr. Towns.
Okay.
Okay. Mr. Yost is on one of them as an attorney ad litem, so let me have Mr. Yost before.
Judge.
Good morning, Mr. Townsend.
I have two
Okay, who-
cases.
First, do you have Nunn or McCroskey?
I have McCroskey in here. I have the witnesses for McCroskey in here. If we could start with them.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Okay. And the court's reviewing it. There was an email. We have family members as witnesses, and the ad litem. There was an email back in June where we requested that they be allowed to be the witnesses because we couldn't find anybody else.
I think I remember talking to Melissa about that. Normally don't like that. You do have your witnesses with you?
I do, Your Honor.
Okay, give me 1 second. I'm gonna do this ad litem order. All right, if I can get the witnesses to raise their right hands, please.
Yes.
Do you and each of you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call should be the truth, so help you God?
I do.
I do.
Okay, go right ahead, Mr. Townsend.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. And we're going to produce the witnesses for the application to determine heirship. I have Mr. John Michael McCroskey and John McCroskey, which is the father to John Michael. And I'll start with John McCroskey. Okay. I have in front of you the statement of facts and that we filed in this case. You've had a chance to review that. and everything is true and correct.
Yes, correct.
And Timothy Morris McCroskey was your son,
Right.
and everything, and the only heir of Timothy is his son Tyler McCroskey.
That's correct.
Okay. No further questions, yeah.
All right, you'll get him signed as proof and get it notarized.
Okay.
You have any questions of this witness, Mr. Yost?
No, Your Honor, I've already spoken to them and filed my report.
Yes, and I've read your report. Thank you.
The next, if I can proceed, Your Honor, the next witness is John Michael McCroskey. Mr. McCroskey, I had in front of you the statement of facts and other death, and the statement of facts in this case, you've had a chance to review that,
That's correct.
and everything in that is true and correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. No further questions, Your Honor.
You'll get signed as
Go ahead, Ms.
Zach Johnson.
No, I have no further questions for the witness.
Thank you.
I don't have any questions either.
On to the applicant, please, Mr. Townsend.
Okay, so next I have Ms. Diane Morgan, who is applying to be the applicant, applying to be the administrator. I have in front of you, Ms. Morgan, the proof of death and other facts in this case. You've had a chance to read that?
Yes,
And everything in that is true and correct?
yes.
No further questions, Your Honor. Oh, actually, one more. If you I have in front of you the oath. If you're appointed, you're asking to be appointed administrator, correct?
Yes,
And if appointed administrator, you agree to be bound by this oath?
yes.
Okay, no further questions, Your Honor.
Okay, and do we have a consent from the heir to independent administration?
I believe we do. Is it in here?
Attached to this certificate.
Oh, the certificate of citation.
Attached to that.
Yes, we do.
But not as first consent.
Okay,
Signed by Tyler Jones. Yeah, and was this fall?
Yes.
Okay.
all righty. Any questions of this witness, Mr. Yost?
I don't have any questions at all, Your Honor.
All righty. Is everything notarized, Mr. Townsend?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Morgan, I've signed the judgment declaring heirship and the order of granting independent administration of the estate. And your job now is going to be to, once Mr. Townsend has taken the proofs and filed those with the county clerk, he'll be able to get letters of administration for you that'll give you authority to act on behalf of the estate. You'll then marshal the assets of the estate and provide him with an accounting of those so that he can file it with the court, so that you can distribute it to the rightful heirs. And but your cooperation with him in getting him that listing would be greatly appreciated. If there's anything else, y'all let me know, but I hope y'all have a great rest of your week, and thank you for coming in. Thank you, Mr. Yost.
Thank you.
Have a great. And Mr. Townsend, I'll let you go get the witnesses for the nuns.
Yes, Your Honor. I'll be right back. That's it. Yeah, well, yes, ma'am. That was it. I told you. Yeah. This is about the estate. City might go help you out too, so. Yeah.
Hey, Judge. What are you doing, man? He's muted.
I need to get y'all to switch. All right, see.
Can you hear me?
I can.
What are you up to?
Oh, helping my father-in-law out here. Am I gonna see you this afternoon?
Yeah, I'll be there. I've got to leave by 2:30 because I've got to be back here at 3.
All right. I'll be there. I'm in town, so I'll be there. I'm gonna go pick mom up and then I'll be there.
Good. Let's see here. Go through all this stuff. Good morning, Mr. Barnes.
Good morning.
All right, if I could get you to raise your right hand, please. You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call shall be the truth, so help you God. Okay, I'm going to hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Robert Dwight Nunn. Do you recognize that as being his will?
Yes, I do.
And I'm going to go back to the signature page and ask you if that's his signature on that document.
Yes, it is.
And after the date he made this will on July 25th of 2017, did he ever change it or revoke it?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay, go right ahead, Mr. Townsend.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Barnes, I have in front of you the proof of death and other facts that we're going to file in this case. And have you had a chance to read this?
Yes, I have.
And is everything in there true and correct?
Yes, sir.
And you're asking the court to appoint you as the executor of Mr. Nunn's estate?
Correct.
And if so appointed, you agree to be bound by this oath I have in front of you?
Yes, I do.
No further questions, Your Honor.
All right, let me know when his proof of death and other facts is notarized, please.
If you can sign right there, just like it's written. Okay, if I can get you to sign this one.
All right.
All right, Mr. Barnes, what's going to happen is once those have been notarized, I'll sign the order admitting the will to probate and authorizing the county clerk to issue letters testamentary. Mr. Townsend will get those letters for you from the county clerk, and that's what you'll use to show your legal authority to act on behalf of the estate. So if you need to deal with real estate title companies, insurance companies, financial institutions, whatever the case might be, you'll be able to do that with those documents. Please make sure that you cooperate with Mr. Townsend in getting him a listing of the assets of Mr. Nunn's estate, because he has 90 days from today to file what's called an inventory appraisement and list of claims with the court. But then once you've marshaled the assets and filed your inventory, you'll be able to distribute the assets in accordance with the terms of the will. And I hope everything goes well. If y'all need anything, just feel free to let me know. We'll be happy to help. Are we notarized yet, Mr. Townsend?
We are notarized, Your Honor.
All right, the order is signed, and try to watch out for that guy sitting next to you. Keep a tight leash on him, okay?
I'll do that.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Judge.
Morning, Sheriff. I'm good. I'm doing great here. I'm in probate here. It's an emergency.
I'll start working on it.
Do that. I'm gonna, I should be finished by 10. And I've got, yeah, I'll be through at 10. All right, sounds great. Thank you. Thank you so very much! Exclamation mark. Dang, COVID cases were up, 5 or 6 a couple of weeks ago.
Still can't hear.
How come we don't see them? Or how come we're not up there?
I don't know.
Can you guys hear us?
We can.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, it's Miss Pinshorn. There she is. All righty. If I could get Brandon and Patricia Graham and Stacy Holden and Leanne Pinshorn to raise your right hands, please. You and each of you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call shall be the truth so help you God.
Yes.
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 Okay. Where is Mr. Dowden?
I'm here, Judge. Can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you.
Okay. Hey, Chris.
Okay, where's Miss Rosenblatt?
I'm here, Your Honor. I'm Nicole Jackson will be handling the hearing for Jennifer Rosenblatt.
All right. Will the witness? Please.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, could you say that again?
Please proceed.
Okay, thank you. Mr. and Mrs. Graham, please state your name for the court.
Patricia Graham.
Brandon Graham.
And are you, Asa Graham was your son, correct?
Asa Graham, yes.
And could you both answer, please?
Yes, Asa Graham.
Thank you. And unfortunately, your son passed away on June 19th, 2020, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And he passed without a will, is that correct?
That's correct.
That's correct.
And you're here today because there's a need for an administration of his estate, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
That is correct.
Okay. Have you reviewed the proof of death and other facts that was filed with the court?
Yes, we have.
Yes.
And all of the information therein was true and correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
And you also reviewed the oath that was filed with the court, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And all of that information was also true and correct, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And you're here today seeking to be co-administrators of that estate, and you're promising this court and Judge Brannick that you're going to take good care of the estate and follow the rules that are required of an administrator of the estate, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Your Honor, for these particular witnesses, I can pass the witness.
Any questions from the ad litem, Mr. Dowden? It appears Mr. Dowden is frozen. I have read his report. He'll come back on and I'll allow him to answer or ask any questions he wishes to propound. So you may go to the independent disinterested witnesses, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. I've got Leanne Pinshorn and Stacy Holden present. Would you both state your name for the court, please? And why don't we do this for ease? Stacy, why don't you answer first, and then Leanne, you can answer second.
Okay, I'm Stacy Holden.
I'm Leanne Penshorn.
And do you both know Brandon and Patricia Graham?
Yes.
Yes.
And did you know Asa Graham?
Yes.
Yes.
And you've been family friends for quite a long time, correct?
Correct. Yes, our family since 2004.
Yes, in our family about the last 6 years.
Okay. And so Ms. Holden, for you, that's over 18 years that you've known this family personally, correct?
Yes, ma'am. Correct.
Okay. And Asa Graham passed away on June 19th, 2020, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
And have you both reviewed the affidavit and the statements therein for accuracy?
Yes. Correct.
Yes.
And you're testifying today that all of the information that's in your affidavits that will be submitted to the court is true and correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
And you are both here as disinterested witnesses and request to this request for the independent administration of Mr. and Mrs. Graham. Is that correct?
Correct. Yes.
Correct.
All right, Your Honor, no further questions of either of the disinterested witnesses.
Okay, we've lost our connection with the attorney ad litem. However, I reviewed his report, and his report confirms that his investigation reveals that the familiar relationship of the individuals listed as heirs were the heirs of the decedent. So what's going to happen now, Mr. and Mrs. Graham, is Ms. Holden and Ms. Penshorn are going to sign their statements of witnesses, and they're going to have those notarized and return those to Ms. Jackson. You will sign your proof of death and other facts as well as your oath, and you'll return those to Ms. Jackson. She'll then file those with the county clerk, or she can e-file them over the computer. And I will sign the judgment declaring heirship and the order authorizing independent administration of your son's estate. She'll then be able to get you what are called letters of administration, which will give you legal authority to act on behalf of the estate. So if you need to deal with financial institutions or insurance companies or anything of that nature, then you'll be able to use those letters to do so. Of course, at any time, Ms. Jackson or Ms. Rosenblatt may feel free to contact the court. If you need anything, we'll be happy to help. I very much appreciate the disinterested witnesses showing up today and taking time out of your schedule to be here. But otherwise, I hope everything goes well, and y'all let us know if you need anything.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor. May we be excused? Yes, thank you.
Everyone may be excused.
Thanks, Judge.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You had a bunch of candy wrappers there. All I can say, you better not be taking them out of my candy bowl. Heads are gonna roll. I'm pretty picky about that.
I got them out of my drawer.
Oh,
I showed her the
are you
stash
sure
the
that
other
you didn't
day.
put them in your drawer from my bowl?
Do you want me to get you a peppermint?
No. Okay, let's see. Who we got? Mr. Adams. Guardianship.
They're dropping like flies over here. Everyone's on there.
I love it too.
Yeah, I see something interesting. Judge Rosenberg.
I'm gonna go around the corner.
Yeah. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, should have gone to the bathroom earlier.
Good morning.
Morning.
All right, you have, and we're here on Mr. Moses, and we have Miss, is it Jacobite?
Jacobite.
Jacobite.
Yeah, Jacobite.
Jacobite, I'm a little bit confused on the application. Ronald Moses and Emery Moses, are they your brothers or the brothers of the ward?
My brothers.
Okay,
Yeah, that's.
okay, very good. All right, do we have Ms. Cribbs on here? She's not here? Well, go right ahead, Mr. Adams. If you'll raise your right hand, Ms. Jacobite. You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this cause shall be the truth, so help you God.
I do.
Okay,
All right,
go right ahead.
You're Florence Jacobite, is that correct?
Correct.
And Emery Moses is your father.
Yes.
And you're asking to be appointed the guardian of both his person and his assets or his estate, is that correct?
That is correct.
And I've got an amended proof of facts. You recently moved him, like within the last 10 days, I think, to Oak Ridge Assisted Living, is that correct?
That is correct.
Is everything on this amended proof of facts true and correct?
Yes, sir, it is.
And I'm going to ask you to sign this, Florence Moses Jacobite, yeah. And we have a notary, Sandy.
I'm right here.
Do you need to see the notary take her acknowledgement, Your Honor?
No, if you'll tell me that it's notarized, I will trust you as an officer of the court.
Okay, I will.
All right, I'm here.
And also, we have an affidavit of his assets. Now, this affidavit is the best you could do, is that correct?
Without having my name on the accounts, they wouldn't do it.
You know he has accounts, and some of them you're guessing because the bank wouldn't give you the information.
Correct.
So as far as you know, this affidavit of assets is the best you could do.
This is the best I could do.
And once you get letters, you'll come back and
I can update it.
To be more correct. If you'd go ahead and sign. Yeah, we don't have to change that. Then also, Florence, we have an oath of guardian saying that you'll faithfully discharge your duties as both guardian of his person and guardian of his estate, if you would sign that. And that has to be notarized.
There she is. Connecting to the audio.
Yeah.
All right, Miss, well, she can't hear me yet. It's connecting to audio, but we're not getting her yet. Can you hear me, Miss Cribbs?
Is that better? Can you hear me now?
We can hear you.
Good.
All right, so Ms. Cribbs, Ms. Jacobot has answered the questions of Mr. Adams. She signed her proof. She signed her oath of assets. Those have been notarized. I have read your report. I've also read Dr. Trahan's report. So any questions of the applicant?
Your Honor, I was watching when Mr. Adams was asking the questions. I just wasn't in the hearing. I was not let in yet. And the only thing that I would add is that I was not able to determine that there were any alternatives to guardianship in this case, and that there were no services that would have maybe delayed the necessity of the guardianship or made it not have to be a full guardianship. So other than that, everything else is in my report.
Okay. Anything further from you, Mr. Adams?
Yeah, we can speak to that. Did you try to get your father to sign a power of attorney to you?
We said that maybe about a year and a half ago, and he
Declined to do it, and you don't have access to his money to pay his nursing home expenses. Is that correct?
That is correct. I've only had one small account and it's down to about zero. We've been scraping the bottom for a while, and I've had to step in it.
Out of your personal money?
Yeah.
She's having to supplement, pay some of his nursing home out of her personal money because he refused to give her a power of attorney, and yet there's some money there that she needs to be able to access his money to pay his expenses.
Okay, I'm signing the order approving of the guardianship. I'm also going to order Ms. Jacobot to file an updated affidavit of assets within 2 weeks of today, okay? That'll give her time to go around and deal with the financial institutions with her letters, okay? All right, I hope everything goes well. Thank y'all so much, and I hope y'all have a great week.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Kevin.
It looks like Ms. Hall. Approved.
Good morning, Your Honor. What are we doing first?
I'm not here. I'm on Miss Hall. Miss Thorne, we're gonna come back to you. We're doing Miss, we have 3 cases before we get to you.
Oh, darn. Okay. I have a witness that has to leave at 10. So
On which case?
that is on the Fairley case.
Okay, let's,
Would that be possible to just do that one real quick and then you can get rid of me?
who is the witness in that case?
It's Byron Fisher and Shane Cheston.
We don't have the attorney ad litem on.
The attorney ad litem, let me think
is
who
Ms.
that
Holmes.
was. Yes, Brittany Holmes.
Ms. Hall, may we come back to you in just a minute?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, let's bring on Ms. Holmes and Ms. Thorne, and we'll get this Fairley estate done before we come back.
Yeah, so it's Shane Chesson, Byron Fisher, and Brandy Fairley. It may be under Amy Chesson. I'm not sure if she. Perfect.
Brittany Holmes. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right. Clearly, Mr. Fisher and Mr. John, if you'll raise your right hand, please. Do you and each of you stop? Ms. Fairley, is your hand raised? Okay. Do you and each of you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call should be the truth of what you got?
I do. I do.
I do.
I do.
All right, go right ahead.
Okay, let's start with Byron. Will you please state your name for the court?
Byron Lee Fisher.
Now, Mr. Fisher, have you had a chance to review the statement of facts that I filed on your behalf with the court?
Yes, ma'am.
And to the best of your knowledge, are all the facts stated in it true and correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. I pass the witness to Brittany Holmes.
Any questions, Ms. Holmes? I've read your report.
Oh, no additional questions, Your Honor.
Thank you, ma'am. Go right ahead, Ms. Holmes.
Okay, Mr. Chesson, can you please state your name for the court?
Shane Shashan.
Sorry about that. Have you had a chance to review the statement of facts that I submitted on your behalf with this court?
Yes, ma'am. Sure have.
And are all of the facts stated in it true and correct?
Yes, ma'am, they are.
Thank you. I pass the witness.
Any questions,
And no
Ms. Holmes?
questions for this witness, Your Honor.
Thank you, ma'am. Go right ahead, Ms. Holmes.
Okay, Brandy, will you please state your name for the court?
Hold on. Mr. Fisher, if you need to be excused, you may leave.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Okay, Brandy, can you please state your name for the court?
Brandy Fairley.
Now, have you had a chance to review the proof of death and other facts that I filed in this matter?
Yes, ma'am.
And to the best of your knowledge, are the facts stated in it true and correct?
Yes, ma'am.
I pass the witness.
All right, so Ms. Fairley, any questions, Ms. Holmes?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. You may be excused, Ms. Holmes, if you need to go take care of something else.
Thank you, Your Honor.
My battery's running low. All right, Ms. Fairley, so what's gonna happen is that you're gonna sign your proof of death and other facts and your oath. Mr. Shashan and your other witnesses are gonna sign their statements of disinterested witnesses. Those will be notarized. Once they're notarized, Ms. Thorne will e-file those with the county clerk. When she e-files those, I'll sign the judgment declaring heirship and the order authorizing independent administration of your husband's estate. You'll then be able to get letters of administration that will give you authority to act on behalf of the estate. And you can use those to deal with real estate title companies, financial institutions, whatever you need to do. If you'll just make sure that you cooperate with Ms. Thorne in getting her a listing of the assets of your husband's estate, because she has 90 days to file an inventory with the court from the date I signed the order. Otherwise, I'm so sorry for your loss. I hope everything goes well. If there's any way we can help, you let us know. And next time that you show up here with disinterested witnesses, you try to pick somebody better than this guy down here, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Coming in, and Ms. Thorne, we'll come back to you in a minute.
Perfect. Thank you, Your Honor.
Take care. Okay, so we're looking for Ms. Mabry.
Yes, Your Honor, I believe she's in the waiting room.
Oh.
There she is. How are you this morning, Judge?
I am doing wonderfully, thank you.
Good.
I don't know if I can just find out what I did with my docket sheet. I must have left it in those papers over there. Thank you. Okay, it says she's connecting to the audio.
Yeah.
Okay, can you tell me, did Dorothy Horn predecease Mr. Horn?
Yes, Your Honor, she did. There she is.
Morning.
Good morning. Can you hear me, Ms. Mabry?
Can you hear me okay?
I can. So I guess the most important question right now is what's the temperature in Colorado Springs?
Right at the moment, it's about 65.
Nice. Well,
It won't last. It'll be 95 today.
I'm being jealous of somebody else, but I am. All right, Ms. Mabry, if I can get you to raise your right hand, please. And you are Holly Elizabeth Horn Mabry, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call should be the truth so help you God?
I do. Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Mabry, I'm going to hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Robert Horn. Do you recognize that as being his will?
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to go back to the signature page and ask you, is that his signature on that document?
It is.
Okay, and after the date that he made this will, on the 13th of 2001, did he ever change it or revoke it?
No, sir.
Okay, go right ahead, Ms. Hall.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. Would you please state your name for the court?
Holly Elizabeth Horn Mabry.
Okay, and we're here today offering the will of your father, Robert D. Horn, for probate. Is that correct?
Yes.
And have you had a chance to review the proof of death and other facts that we sent to you in this case?
Yes.
And are all of the statements contained in that proof of death and other facts true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And as far as you know, there is no reason why you would be prevented from serving as executor of your father's will, correct?
No.
And the will named your mother, Dorothy Horn, to serve as executrix, but she predeceased your father. Is that correct?
That is.
Okay. And you're asking the court to admit the will to probate and appoint you as independent executor and grant you letters testamentary today.
Yes.
Okay. That's all I have, Your Honor.
What's going to happen is you're going to make arrangements to take your proof of death and other facts as well as your oath and sign those just as your name is typed on there before a notary public.
Okay.
You'll send those back to Ms. Hall. Ms. Hall will e-file those with the county clerk. When she's done that, I'll sign the order admitting the will to probate and authorizing the county clerk to issue letters testamentary that will give you legal authority to act on behalf of the estate. Once I've signed the order, you'll have 90 days to provide her with a listing of the assets of your father's estate so that she can prepare an inventory and file it with the court, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, I hope everything goes well. Y'all let us know if you need anything. Y'all have a great rest of your week.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Bye.
Ms. Provo? Mercy.
Hotline today, Judge.
I should have silenced it as always. The sheriff was calling, so I answered hers just in case it was about the jail.
Okay, start video. Come here. They got an X here. Okay, I don't have. The host asks you to start your video. Okay. Okay, I don't have. Start my video. Anything. I'm hitting it. Okay, let's see. The meeting's now.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, let's see here.
Who we have first?
I've got Maxine Gerald Smith as the first estate and Xanthia Yvette Smith is the applicant.
Right, here she is. Ah, okay. Just connected. We can be both on the laptops. The same.
Okay, let me just see her.
Okay.
Okay, can you see me?
I can. All right, if you'd raise your right hand, please, Miss Smith. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call shall be the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right. Ms. Smith, I'm going to hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Maxine Gerald Smith. Do you recognize that as being her will?
Yes, I do.
And I'm going to go back to the signature page and ask you, is that her signature on that document?
Yes, it is.
And after the date you made this will, January 9th of 2009, did she ever change it?
She did not.
Okay, go right ahead, Ms. Provo.
Okay. Ms. Smith, I have given you a copy of the proof of death and other facts. Have you had an opportunity to go over that?
Yes, I have.
Is everything in your proof correct?
It is.
Okay, will you go ahead and sign it? The notary is present, Your Honor.
Okay.
And also the oath.
Ms.
Are you telling the court that you want to follow all the duties of the independent executrix?
Yes, I am.
We read.
Okay, Ms. Provo,
Yes.
I cannot hear you when you have two computers going in the same office. You'll have to turn one of them off. I just need to see the witness and I just need to hear you ask the questions, but I can't. When you have two computers going and there's two speakers, it will not come through on this side.
Turn my speaker off.
Okay, so Ms. Smith, you did testify to Ms. Provo that everything contained in the proof of death and other facts was true and correct? Okay, now you've muted Ms. Smith.
You muted. Unmute.
There should be okay, so everything in the proof of death and other facts is true and correct?
Yes.
Okay, so Ms. Provo has another hearing. Have you already signed your proof? Okay, has it been notarized? Okay, y'all are both muted now. I can't hear either one of you.
Okay. Okay, you muted. Okay, yes, my notary's here. Do you need to see my notary notarize it?
Yes, and let me know when her proof of death and other facts is notarized, please.
Okay, go ahead and sign that.
Okay, so the proof is notarized?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay, I have signed the order admitting the will to probate. Ms. Smith, Ms. Provo will e-file your proof of death and other facts and your oath with the clerk. She'll then be able to get you letters that will give you authority to act on behalf of the estate. And if you would just make sure that you cooperate with her in getting her a listing of the assets of your mother's estate because she has 90 days to file an inventory with the court. But otherwise, I hope everything goes well. If you need anything, let us know. And Ms. Provo has another case she's got to hear this morning, so you take care of yourself, okay?
Thank you.
Okay.
Give me a minute.
What, please?
All right, come on.
Here we go.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I need you one more time.
Okay, let me get your number.
My phone number? Iris, you ready? I got a signal.
All right, are you Miss Senegal?
Hi.
All right, could I get you to raise your right hand, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call should be the truth?
I do.
Okay, Ms. Senegal, I'm gonna hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Dorothy Mae Buckley. Do you recognize being her will?
Yes.
And I'm gonna go back to the signature page and ask you, is that her signature on that document?
Yes.
And after the date she made this will on September 30th of 2013, did she ever change it or revoke it?
No.
All right, go right ahead, Ms. Provo.
Okay, Ms. Senegal, you've had an opportunity to look over the proof of death and other facts, is that correct?
That's correct.
And is everything in there true and correct?
Yes.
Okay. And also you had an opportunity to read over the oath of independent executrix? And you're telling the court that you will fulfill all the duties of an independent executrix?
Yes.
Okay. Right now, I need you to come over here.
All right.
Okay.
Signed and notarized, Ms. Provo.
So hit sign in here.
Okay, did we say we had Mr.
You sign it, it's Iris Nicole Sullivan. Yeah.
Here.
This one here.
This one right here.
Yes, I know this one. This is signature. Okay.
We're going to Mr.
You can sign it. You want to put my address here?
Yes.
Ms. Senegal,
Yes.
you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Your signature on those documents, I'll sign the order admitting the will to probate. And then Ms. Provo will be able to get letters testamentary for you that'll give you authority to act on behalf of the estate. My only request is her and getting her listing of the assets of Ms. Buckley's estate, because she has 90 days within which to file an inventory.
Okay.
All right. Has your signature on the proof of death been notarized yet?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
All right, I've signed the order, and Ms. Provo, let us know if you need anything else. It's all taken care of.
All right, thank you.
Great week. Hey, Ms. Thorne.
Your address. Okay, you put it on there. Okay.
Ms. Thorne?
Hello, we need Michael Hall to be pulled in, or Mike Hall, if it pops up.
Okay, I'm having the applicant as Rena Clark.
Oh, are we on Clark? It said the Hall estate was next, so I just assumed. Yes, Rena Clark is the other one.
Just 1 second. Let's see where we are. You did fairly. Oh, okay. You've got Hall. Okay, we can do Hall first.
I don't care which one goes. We just need one of those two people. whoever they find first. I normally try to space my probate hearings out, but today we just grouped them. It's kind of weird.
Okay, there's a merge certificate. All right, are you Michael Hall?
Yes, I am.
Okay, Mr. Hall, if you'll raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call shall be the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do. So help me God.
Okay. Mr. Hall, I'm gonna hold up, what purports to be the last will and testament of Mary Lou Green Hall. Do you recognize that as being her will?
Yes, I do.
And I'm gonna go back to the signature page. Although it's a conformed copy from the Colorado courts, do you recognize that as being her signature on that document?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay. All right, go right ahead, Ms. Thorne.
Okay, Mr. Hall, have you had a chance to review the proof of death and other facts
I
that
have.
were prepared for you? Good. And is it, to the best of your knowledge, true and correct?
Yes.
Thank you so much.
All right, so Mr. Hall, you're gonna make arrangements to sign that proof before a notary public and get that back to Ms. Thorne. You'll then e-file with the county clerk, and I'll sign the order admitting the will to probate at the muniment of the title, and she will guide you through the rest of the process. Please let us know if there's any way we can help.
All right, thank you.
Y'all take care.
Thank you, Your Honor. That's
We'll
it.
go on now, Ms. Thorne, to the Mouton estate.
Yes.
Okay, we're done.
Okay, he got himself out. Good.
Okay, Ms. Clark is connecting to the audio, so we'll wait for her. He's still connecting to the audio. Okay, looks as though she's having some kind of connection problem, Ms. Thorne.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give her a call if you wanna. Are we at the end of the list, or do you still
One
have?
more hearing. One more hearing, so I'm gonna go take care
Yeah,
of
go
Mr.
ahead and take care of that. And we'll circle back. I'll see if
Okay.
I can get it sorted. Thank you, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr.
Good morning, Judge.
Morning, Judge.
Good morning. How are you, Linda?
I'm just fine. How are you doing, Jeff?
Better than I deserve.
Judge,
Crazy.
Ms.
Okay.
Minshew,
In Mr. Reynolds' office, is that correct, Linda?
No, I am currently at the beach. I
Well,
was on.
that's very rude of you to do that to everybody here. It's working.
But I am on vacation.
All right.
That
All right,
ends
Linda.
this week.
If you raise your right hand, please. Solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call shall be the truth, so help you God.
I do.
Okay, Linda, I'm gonna hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Rose Marie Wharton. Do you recognize this as being her will?
Yes, sir, I do.
And I'm gonna go back to the signature page and ask you if that's her signature on that document.
Yes, sir, it is.
And after the date she made this will on March 11th of 1974, did she ever revoke it or amend it?
No, sir.
Okay, go right ahead, Mr. Reynolds.
yes, sir, Judge. We'd also ask leave of the court that she be able to put on testimony today and sign and swear to her documents to be returned at a later date.
Yes, sir.
This is the estate of Rose Marie Wharton, number 125476. The court would take notice of the file, including the application, death certificate of Rose Marie Wharton, citation and return of citation.
So
And I would
noted.
call Linda Minshew. Please state your name for the judge.
Linda Marie Minshew.
And your mother was Rose Marie Wharton.
Yes, sir. My maiden name was Wharton.
I'm going to show you the proof of death and other facts, which you're going to swear to. You recognize this? Is everything contained in this document true and correct?
Yes, sir. That's the one that was emailed to me and I read it. Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am. And so you'll swear that before the court and also in front of the notary public.
Yes, sir.
And also the oath of the executrix. You've read over this and you're going to sign and swear to this in front of the court and in front of the notary that you'll well and truly perform the duties of the executrix in this estate.
Yes, sir.
And also, Judge, the death certificates of Holton, Hollis Wharton, and Philip Samuel Lorcano have been attached. I'd like to offer those into evidence. Ask the court to take notice of them. They were the named executors in the will.
I looked at those. Those are noted.
And also the distributee's consent of Linda Minshew, Hollis Joseph Wharton, and Karen Marie Kelso, who were the distributees under the will.
Got it.
We're asking, Judge, and Ms. Minshew, are you asking that you be appointed as the independent administrator of your mother's estate?
Yes, sir, I am.
Judge,
okay, what's going to happen now is you're going to make arrangements to sign that proof of death and other facts in your oath before a notary and get those back to Mr. Reynolds. He'll then e-file those with the county clerk. I'll sign the order admitting the will to probate and authorizing the county clerk to issue letters that will give you authority to marshal the assets of the estate.
Okay.
The responsibility is going to be to cooperate with him in getting him a listing of the assets of the estate so that he can prepare and file an inventory with the court. But otherwise, I hope everything goes well. We'll get it taken care of. Let us know if y'all need anything.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Now.
All right. Thank you, Judge.
Bye-bye. Okay, looks like back to Luton. Let's see if we can get Rena Clark's audio. Okay, I'm gonna run to my office real quick and be right back while she's connecting the audio or attempting to connect the audio.
Oh, good, Raina. Can you hear me?
I can, Kate.
Perfect. Back in just a second.
Okay.
He'll be right back. Hi, Kate. This is Melissa.
Hi. Yes, ma'am. It's been a while.
Yes.
It's weird to see people's faces again.
Right, right. He'll be right with you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Someone's gonna die.
All right, good morning, Miss Clark.
Good morning.
Can you hear me okay?
I can. Can you hear me okay?
I can. If you'll raise your right hand, please.
Okay.
You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call shall be the truth, so help you God.
I do.
Okay, I'm gonna hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Sheridan M. Mouton. Do you recognize that as being her will?
I do recognize it, yes.
And I'm gonna go back to the signature page.
Okay.
If you recognize that as being her signature on that document.
I do recognize that as being her signature, yes.
Okay, and to your knowledge, after she made this will on August 17th of 2017, did she ever revoke it or amend it?
No.
Okay, go right ahead, Miss Thorne.
Okay, Rena, please state your full name for the court.
Rena Faye Clark.
Have you had an opportunity to review the proof of death and other facts filed on your behalf with this court?
Yes.
And to the best of your knowledge, are all the facts stated in it true and correct?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so what's gonna happen, Ms. Clark, is you're gonna make arrangements to sign your proof of death and other facts as well as your oath before a notary public. Return those to Ms. Thorne. She'll e-file those with the county clerk. I'll sign the order admitting the will to probate and authorizing the county clerk to issue letters that will give you authority to act on behalf of the estate. You will then marshal the assets of the estate, give Ms. Thorne a listing of the assets so that she can file an inventory with the court and distribute them in accordance with the terms of the will. So I thank you for your assistance. I hope everything goes well. Let us know if there's any way that we can help. And y'all have a great rest of your week.
Thank you so much.
Take care now.
Bye-bye.
Okay, that completes everything. I've got somebody from MIS waiting. I've got to get down to emergency management for a COVID meeting with all the doctors.